But speaking of the Prodigy diss, rest in peace, Prodigy.
Yeah, let's get into Prodigy, man, like rap legend, like.
And it's like crazy, like a lot of times, like an artist dies, and like, even if they've been an influence to me or whatever, it's like it's almost become numbing. Like the Chester Bennington.
Yeah. Like
you heard about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Linkin Park's lead singer.
Yeah.
And like it's like that, like you know what I mean? Like I loved Linkin Park as a kid, but it didn't. Those things don't hit me like Prodigy. Like Prodigy was the soundtrack to like half my teenagehood. I remember Hell on Earth was the only album we would bump from like grade when we were doing ecstasy every day and grade 10 or whatever to like, yeah, man, like that Hell on Earth album speaks for an era of my life.
Just even like Shook Ones Part 2.
Oh, classic.
It's probably like one of the biggest songs in hip hop, like of all time.
Everybody knows and likes that song.
Yeah.
Even people who aren't like really rap heads. But do you know what it is? It's funny you say that because I feel like that song it was a classic, because a hip hop classic always was, but it got popularized in mainstream culture
8 Mile.
From 8 Mile. And it's funny thing.
Mile,
the very funny thing about that is the same thing happened. I realized when we were in the car on the way up to Brantford today to come do this. I threw on the Biggie CD, Ready to Die, because my girlfriend likes Biggie, right?
Yeah.
And Big Papa comes on, and she's singing like all the words, right? And I'm thinking about it, and she's like, every time I hear this, I think of Hardball. And I was like, and I said like the one meme that's on the internet, like only kids of today will never understand how 90s kids cried when G-Baby got shot. You know what I mean? Do you ever watch Hardball? No. Oh my God, what, you don't know? Oh man, everybody knows Hardball. Alright, so you're not going to get what I'm saying, but in Hardball, there's a very pinnacle point about Biggie's Big Papa.
Yeah.
And it popularized it. You know how that's one of those songs that like everybody knows, even though you're not like, it's like a Shook Ones is, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And like movies like that really like popularize those songs into like mainstream culture opposed from just hip hop.
Right.
But I would agree with you that like Shook Ones is one of the biggest hip hop songs of all time.
Some of my favorite Mobb Deep tracks would be the Quiet Storm remix.
I love that.
With Lil Kim.
I love the original the more, to be honest. White Lines. Yeah. Because it's just 3 Prodigy verses. I always thought Prodigy was much doper than Havoc. Havoc's got flow, but Prodigy has the lyrics, man, and a unique flow. Like Havoc's got that like tight, on point flow.
I was about to say, like, I don't know. There's sometimes when like maybe that's what it is. Maybe like Havoc's flow is definitely I like Havoc's flow better.
Well,
Prodigy's
Prodigy's flow is more like all over the place, but that's what made him so dope.
Yeah.
But his lyrics, like Prodigy had lyrics.
And a lot of people were saying like a lot of times like, which is one thing I take in when I'm writing rhymes, is a lot of people were saying Prodigy was big for his opening lines.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I like the shit he would say like first thing on his rhyme was like he'd catch you like with like some guys build it in.
The saga begins. Begin war. I draw first blood, be the first to set it off.
Yeah. So like he's like
Prodigy is good at captivating at the beginning. I got you stuck off the realness.
Yeah.
There's a war going on outside. No man is safe. See, like Prodigy is an ill writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And like, and that's a big thing in like, like I heard in different interviews. Like I remember Dre saying in an interview like, if I don't like it within the first like, a couple seconds, I'm turning it off. Like. And it's the same thing you should look at like when people write verses, which Prodigy always had those first lines. It was like, okay, I gotta keep on listening after you said that,
Well thought. Actually, that's well put. I never even thought about that. But Prodigy did have really dope verse openings.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're like some of the like most like notoriety, like the most remembered lines out of some of his verses.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And another thing that's funny about that too is Method Man once he said it in an interview that the hardest part about writing a verse is the opening line.
Yeah.
And see, me as an MC, I never really think about it that much. I just kind of like go, like a lot of times I might even have a direction where I want to go with it first. And the first line I just write as an entry to where I want to go with it.
I used to just start, but then like, I don't know, after like I started thinking about that opening line, I took more time on that opening line.
Yeah, that's like that. That's actually a very good point. I never really thought about that because I've never looked at artists like your opening is what drew me in. But like, Even like, yeah, yo, that's very well thought. But as far as Prodigy goes, man, it's a shame about. Did you see the mural? Got defaced twice.
Yeah,
in a
like
week?
they, like what's wrong with people, man? Like,
That's fucked.
yeah.
That's fucked. And like to the point where they said that they weren't even gonna bother redoing it anymore.
Yeah.
I think they might have changed their minds now, or they might be changing locations. I heard something on that, but like
Changing locations, I heard. Or
that's
something.
fucking crazy, man. But you know what? Like I don't know. Like they said teenagers did it in an article that I read, but like I also feel like maybe Prodigy had some beef.
Yeah, like I heard a thing too. Like people pulled up and was like, "Yo, we're gonna deface it when you're done anyway." So
Yeah.
But from some of the things in his book too, like
Yeah.
things weren't really set right with a lot of people with stuff.
Even the thing with like Nori and like him saying that Nori like shot at them and shit.
Yeah, some of the stuff in the book kind of. But yeah, Prodigy, rest in peace. And keep it thorough. Come on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll break bread, ribs, $100 bills.
Yeah, that, right? Like that beat, that Alchemist. Classic. And like I seen like in his last Breakfast Club interview, he was like saying like hands down, he was like Alchemist is the best producer like ever. Like that's what he was saying like on his last Breakfast Club interview.
Really?
Yeah. And like Alchemist is like super dope.
He's dope, but
I wouldn't say
he has points where he's very like off too.
Yeah.
Like I would almost call Havoc a better producer than Alchemist.
Yeah.
Because the other thing about Alchemist
it's
too,
close. It's close though. It's close.
The other thing I would say about Alchemist too is like no disrespect, because I love Alchemist. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm an Alchemist fan, but a lot of beats I feel like are not sometimes the most intricate beats. Like I feel like some of his beats feel like they could have been like chopped up and done in like 10 minutes.
But sometimes like the best songs aren't overproduced either.
That's true too. Like, and I seen them in the studio working on "Hold You Down," and like seen the amount of work, like, you know, obviously that went into like
song.
chopping that sample up and stuff. Some of his beats are dope, like really dope, but like certain beats, like even like "Keep It Thorough," like it literally ding 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 ding, but it's so dope, right? You know what I mean? It's so dope, but it's just So I don't know, but I think Alchemist is dope as shit. Like I love Alchemist. It's a craze. It's one of my favorite like beats of all time.